Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a school bus carrying children was struck from behind in Belgrade this afternoon. Maine Department of Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss says authorities responded to a report of a 3-vehicle crash involving that school bus around 3 p.m. Moss says an RSU 18 school bus stopped on Route 8 to let children off with the stoplights activated when it was struck from behind. Moss says a Ford Fusion operated by 45-year-old Kristen Carlson was stopped legally behind the bus when her vehicle was struck by a Dodge Grand Caravan driven by 24-year-old Michael Greer Jr. The momentum of that crash pushed the Fusion into the rear of the bus, causing it to get wedged underneath it. There were 6 children and 1 operator inside the bus. They were all assessed by rescue personnel and medically cleared. The other vehicle occupants were not injured. There's no word at this time on whether any charges will be filed. The Maine Association of Nonprofits held its Nonprofit Day at the State House in person for the first time since 2019 today. Our Matthew Jurancic was there.
More than 100 nonprofit representatives from across the state gathered at the State House Tuesday morning to talk about the importance of the nonprofit sector with legislators.
A lot of people think that nonprofits can't do any advocacy, but that's not the case, and nonprofits can and should participate in our government and our legislative process.
Organizations with a wide variety of focuses, ranging from homelessness to literacy, took part in the event. Together, they hope to improve on what Maine Association of Nonprofits Public Affairs Manager Mary Alice Scott calls cross-sector pollination conversations.
We at Maine Association of Nonprofits really like to encourage nonprofits to communicate across different subsectors so that there's an opportunity for those organizations to connect with each other and better move forward with their own work.
Kennebunkport Heritage Housing Trust Executive Director Larissa Crockett says the event helps reinforce the purpose of these organizations.
Being able to connect with other executive directors, other staff members at nonprofits, and really be reminded about why we do this work and the value that this work offers is really meaningful.
The Telling Room is a nonprofit organization that works to empower youth through writing and sharing their voices with the world. Its executive director, Christina Powell, says it's these conversations that can make a difference on a large scale.
At times we can feel sort of siloed and getting stuck in the minutia of things, and so to really know that we can have a big impact and thinking best, like, how do we lift our communities and our youth and engage people in the process, that's really exciting.
In Augusta, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Senator Angus King has joined on as a co-sponsor of the Improving Access to Mental Health Act of 2023. The bipartisan bill would boost access to mental health care services specifically for older Americans. That bill, which was introduced back in March, would increase the Medicare payment reimbursement rate for clinical social workers from 75% to 85% of the physician fee schedule to help them provide a full range of services to Medicare beneficiaries. The new payment structure would give incentives to licensed professionals while also ensuring local social workers the ability to provide psychosocial support services to seniors and nursing home patients through in-person and telemedicine care. The smell of kerosene filled the air in parts of Bangor following a spill this afternoon. Bangor Assistant Fire Chief Casey Perry says someone was transporting kerosene in a 275-gallon tank mounted to a truck. He says that tank was actively leaking as it was being transported around town.
It had been leaking during transport, and they got up here and realized they had a spill, so they called us. We just secured some of the storm drains and called DEP, and they're taking care of the situation.
The oil spilled along parts of Hammond Street, Main Ave, and Cleveland Street. The Maine Public Utilities Commission approved a settlement in Central Maine Power Company's distribution rate case today. Under that settlement, the new rates will be implemented in 4 phases over a 2-year period to help mitigate the impact on customers. Customers will see a bill increase of about 1%, or roughly $1.25 a month. The first increase will take place on July 1st. Other increases will take effect on January 1st, 2024, July 1st of 2024, and then again on January 1st, 2025. The total increase will amount to about $5 per month over a 2-year period for an average residential customer, that according to CMP. A tiny home park planned in the city of Bangor is finally taking shape. Cement slabs have been poured and walls are going up this week at the new housing development on Hammond Street. Jody Hersey gives us a sneak peek.
The housing shortage is real. You know, we've had over 200 applications for 34 homes.
Louis Morrison, a realtor and private investor from Herman, says he's seen the need for housing continue to grow over the last 14 years. So when Morrison and his business partner, Luke McCannell, discovered that this mobile home park was only 20% occupied, they thought it'd be a great location to create a tiny home park. Morrison says the goal is to build 34 individual 320 square foot homes on this 2.5-acre lot on Hammond Street in Bangor. The cement slabs have already been poured for a handful of homes.
Single family dwellings, it's just 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 open kitchen living room area, a parking driveway for 1 car. You could put 2 people in there. It's going to be a little tight. They're really designed for a single person living.
Both Morrison and McCannell worked with city officials to make this housing option a reality. Ann Krieg is the director of community and economic development for Bangor.
When you're sort of in a housing crisis of not having enough housing units, any type of housing, it should be offered to people.
Morrison is just as excited as potential buyers for the construction on these tiny homes to be completed.
We would hope by midsummer we're able to start putting some folks in some of these homes, but you can see behind me we still have a lot of work to go.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
New data show more than 1,000 pesticide products you may be using contain PFAS. Asia Reed spoke to a Scarborough farmer and an expert about the effects of these forever chemicals.
What you're putting on your lawn, gardens, and vegetables could be very bad for you. Environmental Working Group researchers say a new study shows more than 1,400 pesticides contain active ingredients that meet Maine's definition for forever chemicals, or PFAS.
Here on the farm, we do soil tests from different parts around the property.
Catherine Samuelson with Gorison Farm says this news is concerning.
We check our water once a year as well.
Samuelson says all the testing they do is expensive. Not all farms can afford it, but she says it's worth investing in local resources.
We source our compost from a local source up in Augusta who runs a bunch of tests to make sure that their compost doesn't have PFAS in it.
Gorison Farm uses no chemicals, but they still worry about PFAS contamination.
If, say, your neighbor is using something, that can then run off into your property.
Crop and conservation specialist for the Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association agrees. Even if you don't use pesticides, they can still affect you.
It's always a potential that the actions of a neighboring landowner might impact you and your land.
Even the containers of these pesticides are dangerous.
I would be less concerned about the specific active ingredients and more concerned about leachate from the containers that they're in.
Environmental Working Group researchers say not to spray PFAS on food or inside. They build up in your blood and can cause health harms. Researchers say Maine is the first state to enact a comprehensive ban on pesticides that include PFAS. This goes into effect in 2030.
And again, that was Asia Reed reporting. And now as we turn our attention to the outdoors, just another rainy day out there. Sounds like that's going to be a trend for a couple more days to come. And with that, let's take a pause and take a look at our first forecast now.
Thank you, Peter. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Webb's RV. Come check out the spring and summer specials we have on RVs and campers. And don't forget, we have the sharpest pencil in town. All right, so this past week has been very, very rainy, and the rain is going to continue. We have a massive low pressure system that is just to the east of us, and it's bringing all the rain on the left side of this low pressure system, and it's going to continue on throughout the rest of the week. So looking into the highs now, the lows for tonight. Bangor is sitting around 50 degrees with a few warmer temperatures to the southwest at Portland at 55, and Clayton Lake is actually a lot cooler at 45 degrees. For your overnight planner tonight, we're going to see that the lows are going to stick around the 50s for throughout most of the night. We're going to have a little break between 12 and 2 a.m., but then the rain is going to pick back up around 3 and continue into the morning. Peter?
All right, Chase, more to come on your full forecast later, but still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. The Frenchman Bay Conservancy and the city of Ellsworth have partnered to expand on protected land. Our AJ Douglas has details, and the Maine State Fire Marshal's Office introduces a new investigative team. Our Grace Blanchard introduces us. Those stories and more coming right up.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window or patio door project you've been putting off, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Window Replacement Days celebration. Act now, because during this limited time event, you'll get stunning custom replacement windows and patio doors for less. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window and door process, and save a lot of money while you're at it. This opportunity won't be sticking around for long, and neither will these savings. Schedule your free design consultation now and call Renewal by Anderson today.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now, for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Where in America do the best cooks come from? 4 regions, 20 contestants. Sharpen your knives.
MasterChef United Tastes of America, Wednesdays on Fox.
Hello, I'm Emma Smith, and coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll get a glimpse inside the tiny new houses project that Bangor is undertaking. Plus, we'll hear the latest out of the State House as folks gathered to recognize the work local nonprofits do to benefit the area. Plus, we'll have that rainy forecast and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome back. The city of Ellsworth has partnered with Frenchman Bay Conservancy to expand an area of already protected land. AJ Douglas spoke with stakeholders to learn why this particular parcel is so vital to the Ellsworth community.
Governor Mills recently announced recipients of the new land for Maine's future conservation projects. Among the 9 accepted projects is Branch Lake expansion in Ellsworth, which will boost the existing protected land by an additional 300 acres. Aaron Daugherty, executive director of Frenchman Bay Conservancy, explains why protecting the land along the southern border of Branch Lake is so important.
So the more that we can protect land and prevent nutrient runoff into the water, the more that we can protect the water supply and ensure a healthy water supply for the city.
Aside from protecting the city's drinking water, community leaders say the preservation project will also design trail expansions and connections.
Public forest here in Ellsworth is an amazing spot. It's a really popular hiking destination. If you walk down the tow road here, you can get into a beautiful old hemlock forest right on the shores of Branch Lake.
Ellsworth City Planner Matthew Williams says that the city welcomes millions of visitors each year, and extending the existing trails could draw more people to the area.
They either stay here and visit Acadia, or if they go through to the island to visit. So all those people use services and businesses in Ellsworth that rely on that drinking water supply. So it's a huge impact.
Williams says that there is more work to be done as the city is in the process of applying for federal funding through the Land and Water Conservation Fund to secure the parcel of land. In Ellsworth, A.J. Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Organizers with Heart of Ellsworth are preparing for the Ellsworth Pride celebration. Organizer Rachel Eve calls it one of the biggest celebrations in the Ellsworth area as hundreds come out to show solidarity with the LGBTQ+ community. She says more than 30 Ellsworth businesses have already donated to the event. Eve reflected on the first Pride celebration she ever attended.
It was my first experience seeing intergenerational LGBTQ+ people together. I'm not from an area where queer folks can gather in large quantities without being protested, so it was so heartening to see folks who are older and younger come together for this one event.
The festivities will take place this Sunday from 11:30 to 4 p.m. at Knowlton Park in Ellsworth. Construction is officially underway on an expansion of the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology. State and local leaders held the groundbreaking today. The expansion will focus on career and technical education for middle and high school students, introducing new courses in athletic training, culinary arts, and hospitality management, as well as providing more space for EMT and plumbing classes.
Many of these students will achieve industry accreditation, earn college credit, and graduate with the skills and knowledge they need to continue in the job market or continue in higher ed. That's good for Maine students. It's good for our economy.
Students change careers, but in the process, it will give them skills that they're able to use throughout their life.
The addition is funded by a $7 million grant from the Maine Department of Education, and those involved hope the program will better prepare students for the future. The expansion is expected to open in September of 2024. Many Maine summer camps are experiencing staffing shortages, but even with the difficulty of finding staff, camp leaders are staying positive, saying that they will still be able to achieve their goals for their campers. Don Willard Robinson, who's the director of the Pine Tree Camp for children and adults with developmental or physical disabilities, says staffing has been an issue post-COVID, but the camp innovates to fill these vacancies.
We've been, really lucky, and we've been able to kind of, even through crazy madness with COVID and afterwards, make do with some online things and different options for our camp community to really kind of keep it connected.
Robinson says they also use day passes and online programs to help reach more campers with less staff. Pine Tree also provides specialized training for those looking to work with campers with disabilities. But a major issue is they're just not getting the applications they used to.
Previously, when camps might get 300 applications for 30 or 40 new staff positions, now they might be getting only 100 or 50 applications for those 30 or 40 positions.
Peter Caston, co-director of Hidden Valley Camp and Freedom, says finding staff can be challenging, but those staff are always in it for the right reasons. Those interested in a summer camp job can visit mainecamps.org, and here's hoping they fill all those positions they need to. Meanwhile, the Maine State Fire Marshal's Office welcomed a new arson investigative team to its unit. One of the team members was picked especially for his keen sense of smell. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
Every year, we see hundreds of lives being lost due to arson and billions of dollars being lost due to arson as well.
State Farm Representative Jennifer Young says they have been offering their arson dog program for the past 30 years. It is the premier training program in North America for accelerant detection canine teams. The program works in partnership with the Maine Forest Services and Fire Marshal's Office to help conduct investigations in arson cases, and recently welcomed their newest addition to the team, fire investigator Andrew Whitney and his canine Cheeto.
Human beings have about 5 to 6 million olfactory receptors. That's what we use to smell. Dogs have 225 to 300 million. So they can smell a lot that we can't smell.
Whitney and 2-year-old Cheeto went through 4 weeks of training together, and he says building that relationship is very important.
where they are with them 24/7 for almost a full month. So that creates a big bond, and it's important because there's a lot of subtleties in his behavior that I need to be able to see when we're working.
According to Kent Nelson with Maine Forest Services, they have seen a 30 to 40% increase in wildland fires in the last 4 to 5 years. He says these cases are difficult to solve, but the dogs provide a great service.
By using the Fire Marshal's Office's dogs, who can sniff accelerants, and the Maine Forest Service helicopter, we can work together and try to investigate these arsons that are occurring and try to get these people taken care of that are doing them.
Cheeto and his friends are about to prove just how brave they are as they climb aboard the helicopter. Part of their canine work requires quick response to emergent situations. Today's demonstration was Canine Cheeto's first airborne flight aboard the Maine State Forestry helicopter, which Nelson says is pivotal in this partnership.
That these dogs help us to determine the cause of the fire, and once we know what the cause is, it really helps us with our wildfire prevention efforts. So it's really a great relationship with the Fire Marshal's Office as well as the Maine Forest Service.
With this new addition, Cheeto is now the third dog to join the Fire Marshal team. In Augusta, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Just so impressive, and here's wishing Cheeto and his handler the best of luck in their careers. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, today marked the 79th anniversary of D-Day. In the capital and around the country, people honored the sacrifices of thousands of Americans. And colon cancer is on track to be the #1 cause of cancer deaths among those aged between 20 and 49. We'll hear from medical professionals. Stay tuned for those stories and more.
I think this is it, guys.
When the Martins booked their Verbo vacation home, they really weren't looking for much. A patch of grass for Bruno, a pool for first-timers,
Don't worry, I've got you.
and time with each other. And when they needed support, someone was right there.
I got you.
Because what's unique about a Verbo is you can reach a real person in about a minute.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family. By a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Odland Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Today marks 79 years to the day since D-Day. In the nation's capital, the country remembers the sacrifice of thousands of young Americans made far from home today. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
June 6, 1944, the D-Day invasion of Normandy and the beginning of the end of World War II. 79 years later, the world still remembers the sacrifice those men made on the beaches of Normandy.
For a brief moment in history, these men held our nation's destiny in their hands. We did not fail.
At the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C., there is a new plaque completing the memorial, remembering the D-Day prayer President Franklin D. Roosevelt gave on June 6th.
Give strength to their arms, stoutness to their hearts, steadfastness in their faith. They will need thy blessings.
Funded by donations, sponsors hope it helps Americans understand the sacrifice of those soldiers.
These American soldiers came not to conquer, not for the lust of conquest, as the prayer says, but for the love of liberty, to liberate people from tyranny.
Dedicated June 6, 2023, the event brought in veterans of past wars.
Profound respect for that generation. They are the greatest generation. People who have fought in World War II.
And the young, who will only ever read about the day in history books.
They deserve to be appreciated, even though the war was a long time ago.
This memorial sees 5 million visitors each year and remembers the 400,000 American lives lost. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Meanwhile, colon cancer is expected to be the #1 cause of cancer deaths among people between 20 and 49 by the end of this decade. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington with what experts are saying about this disturbing trend.
Medical experts are sounding the alarm over staggering data that shows more young people are getting diagnosed with colon cancer.
We have about 150,000 cases of colon cancer diagnosed every year, and about 20,000 of them are in those under the age of 50.
From 2011 to 2019, the rates grew by roughly 2% per year for people under 50 and those between 50 to 54 years old. The reason for the rise is still unknown, but medical experts are looking into several potential factors.
They found that there was a fungus called cladosporium, and they didn't see this in the older population, so they are also looking to see, does this fungus perhaps damage the DNA in the cells of your intestines?
Research from the Cleveland Clinic suggests red meat and sugar intake may be related to developing colorectal cancer at a younger age, so they're advising people to limit their consumption.
I would certainly say our data supports that. Additionally, we know that obesity for sure is a big risk factor for developing any cancer, including colorectal cancer.
I couldn't fathom what was taking place. I mean, I was really young.
Stacia Walker was diagnosed with colorectal cancer at 24 years old. She was able to beat the disease.
My son was like my biggest motivator to fight this. This past March has been my 10-year anniversary, so 10 years in remission. Go me.
And she hopes others can too by getting screened.
I caught it early at stage 2A. I was able to fight. My age was on my side. Early detection is key.
In a separate but positive update, a new study shows a certain pill can cut the risk of lung cancer by half. Lung cancer is the world's leading cause of cancer death. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
There's been plenty of finger-pointing tonight between Russia and Ukraine following the destruction of a major dam in the former Soviet Republic. The U.S. says it does not know who's responsible. Fox's Trey Yingst has details.
A catastrophe on the Dnipro River as water rushes past the remains of the Kakhovka Dam. The Ukrainian military says Russian troops blew up the hydroelectric power plant in southern Ukraine overnight.
It was an absolutely deliberate, prepared explosion. They knew exactly what they were doing. Just imagine the volume of water held by this dam.
Millions of gallons of water flowed quickly south toward the city of Kherson, forcing tens of thousands of civilians to evacuate.
I was evacuated from flooded Antonivka village. Our local school and stadium downtown were flooded. The stadium was completely under the water.
Russia has denied involvement in the dam destruction as Western intelligence officials tell Fox News they're looking into who is responsible, but leaning toward Russia. The dam break comes amid new revelations about the Nord Stream pipeline sabotage that unfolded last September. Fresh reporting, based on intelligence leaks, indicates a European intelligence agency gave the CIA detailed plans about Ukrainian preparations to target the pipelines. The information did not give direct knowledge of the attack. The White House today declined to comment on the report, citing ongoing investigations.
So I'm certainly not going to engage in a discussion about intelligence matters.
Russian officials have denied involvement in the dam destruction, but this new reporting on the Nord Stream pipeline explosions could embolden leadership in Moscow. In Jerusalem, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, in a controversial move, the PGA Tour is now merging with the Saudi-backed LIV Golf organization. And in sports, the Foxcroft Academy tennis teams are vying for a sweep in the state tournament. We asked their head coach and players how it would feel to get it done. We'll be right back.
I'm looking for a partner that I can invest $250,000 in. I'm looking for my next food star.
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, Wednesdays on Fox.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
It's summer and the savings are heating up at the Furniture Gallery. Sofas starting at $399. Recliners starting at $299. Queen mattresses also starting at $299. Ashley, FlexSteel, Nectar, Restonic, and Serta. If it's in stock, it's yours to take home today. So what are you waiting for? The Furniture Gallery Summer Savings Sale is huge. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business and save money. Your best value is always at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Saturday on Fox. The rivalry, the curse, the brushbacks, the bench clears, the brawls, the throwdowns, the walk-offs, the blood, the slap, the steal, the dive. A new season, a new chapter, the same rivalry. Red Sox, Yankees, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
The PGA Tour is merging with the Saudi-backed LIV Golf organization and the DP World Tour to create a new powerhouse in the game. The move is already raising questions about how some golfers and fans will react, given Saudi Arabia's human rights record. Fox's William LaJeunesse reports.
A rivalry that split the world of golf and its best players is over. As LIV Golf and the PGA Tour merge into a single for-profit company.
Together, we can have a far greater impact on this game than we can working apart.
The deal unites LIV, which is financed entirely by the Saudi Government Investment Fund, with the long-standing PGA Tour and the European-based DP World Tour. The rivals now merge the world's best players into a single tour.
We will be investing in the growth of the game of golf.
But the billions of Saudi money may present problems for some players like Rory McIlroy, who refused to join LIV because of the kingdom's record of repression against gays, women, and political dissidents.
I don't condone human rights violations at all.
Golf legend Phil Mickelson was among the first stars to join LIV, despite calling the Saudis scary mothers. Today's deal also ends litigation between the two groups. Unresolved, however, is how players and fans handle the Saudis' ownership of global professional golf.
Essentially, what Saudi Arabia has done is it has acquired legitimacy.
The Saudi investment fund is headed by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who President Biden called responsible for the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
Money talks in sport after all, but I think there are people in sport, there are athletes, there are participants, there are fans who really object to this.
For others, it's a day to celebrate.
We would love to make the game of golf very much accessible, just like any other sport.
And to have this capital at this point in time, with the strength of this game, there's so much opportunity.
The two sides signed a memorandum of understanding and expect to finalize this deal in a matter of weeks. In Los Angeles, William Lajeunesse, Fox News.
As lawmakers focus on rail safety, Amtrak is going to Congress for more money to help keep its passengers safe. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos has more.
Train safety is in the spotlight, following recent derailments that spread hazardous chemicals in residential areas. And now, lawmakers are focusing on America's passenger rail system. Amtrak officials heading to Capitol Hill asking Congress for more money to modernize its systems, including $8 billion in government grants to fix bridges, tunnels, and other aging infrastructure. But the company is having trouble convincing skeptical Republicans to sign off.
Since 1971, Amtrak has never made a profit. Amtrak predicts it will lose roughly $1 billion with a B per year, with those losses largely covered by the taxpayers.
The GOP says Amtrak already has enough funding. The 2021 infrastructure bill appropriated $22 billion. But the company says it needs the additional cash because revenues plummeted during the COVID pandemic, and they're now just starting to see train traffic return to pre-2019 levels.
It's going to take a while to overcome this big
when you
lag
say
of
break
inflation.
even, though, that's with an addition. That's with the influx of tax dollars, correct?
So yes,
yes or no? That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a stark contrast to Democrats on the committee who want to increase funding, noting ridership jumped by 10 million riders over the past year, and pointing out Amtrak was never meant to be self-funding.
If there is an example of a passenger entity somewhere in the world that is profitable on its own, please, the committee would love to know.
The funding would also go toward Amtrak expansion projects, adding 39 new routes servicing 166 cities by 2035. In New York, Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
Canadian wildfires are once again threatening air quality across the U.S. this week. It comes as weather conditions prompt red flag warnings across the Northeast and on the West Coast. Fox Weather's Nicole Valdez has more.
Thick smoke from wildfires burning in Canada coated skies across America on Tuesday, prompting another day of air quality alerts throughout the Northeast and the Midwest.
I've noticed a trend of the air quality slowly getting worse, but not by a big amount.
Forecasters say air quality is moderate in most areas as smoke makes its way as far south as Tennessee. The increased pollution threatens to impact even the healthiest Americans, but health experts say it's especially dangerous for children, elderly people, or those with respiratory conditions.
I have noticed my asthma acting up, and I just thought it was pretty much a seasonal sinus type thing, but a lot more pollen.
Right now, Canada is seeing one of its worst fire seasons on record. Officials say more than 400 active fires are burning from coast to coast. The flames have scorched some 9 million acres of land and forced hundreds of thousands of people to evacuate. Fire season also heating up back here in the U.S. Low humidity and windy conditions are threatening to spark flames for millions of Americans on Tuesday. The National Weather Service issued a red flag warning for parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Michigan, Washington, and Alaska. And forecasters say parts of the Northeast and the Midwest could see poor air quality through the end of this week. In Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Nicole Valdez, Fox Weather.
Certainly a lot to contend with there, and we've been dealing with rain all week long so far. Sounds like that's going to continue, but all the details on that coming right up in your full 5-day forecast.
We've had a lot of rain this past week connected to a massive low pressure system that is just off the East Coast. How much rain is going to come? Tune in to find out.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Mainly Eyes and Maple Lane Farms wants to send you to see Kane Brown live in concert on his Drunk or Dreaming tour with special guests Gabby Barrett and Restless Road, Thursday, June 22nd at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Mainly Eyes, the #1 choice for your eye care and eyewear needs. Located inside the Bangor Mall and Maple Lane Farms, the best kept secret in Penobscot County. Stop by and purchase one of our meat packages today. Win tickets to see Kane Brown, June 22nd on the Bangor waterfront.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Issue an alert. A missing person just became the prime suspect.
Don't miss Alert. Thursdays on Fox.
Welcome back, everybody. Your Maine weather is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. All right, let's get back into the weather for tonight. We have that massive low pressure system that is just sitting right on top of us still. On the left side, it's bringing all that precipitation right into the state of Maine, and it's going to sit there for a while before it moves out, just like this turtle on the road that is crossing at a very slow pace. So what can we do here when we see this? You have to stay patient and wait for the rain to make its way past until we get into the end of this week. So just like this turtle, make sure you stay patient. You got to wait until the rain passes. So going into the temperatures, though, for tonight, Bangor is sitting around 50 degrees with a little few warmer temperatures down to the southwest. Portland's around 58, and it's much colder up north near Clayton Lake at 45 degrees. But as we go into tomorrow, the highs are only going to reach around 11 a.m. and they're not going to change much. Around Bangor, it's only going to be around 51. More towards the coast, it's going to be a little warmer, 55, and then up north still, it doesn't change much at all. It's going to be around 46 near Clayton Lake. This is because the rain is going to keep the temperatures at a low and around the same as they keep on trucking through our state. Now, taking a look at the temperature trend throughout this week, the temperatures through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be in the mid to upper 50s. As we get into Friday and Saturday, the showers are going to start to linger, which means the temperature is going to rise up a little bit into the mid 60s. And then by Sunday, we should have a clearing from the rain, and the temperatures will get up into the mid 70s, and they'll be followed by 74 on Monday. So with this muggy meter, it does show that there are some comfortable humidity levels, but really the temperatures that we're experiencing right now with the rain are in the 50s, right near the dew point. So actually it is very, very muggy out there. And then once those temperatures rise around Saturday and Sunday, that's when the humidity is going to rise as well, as it shows on the muggy meter. So with the future forecast, we have those scattered showers still making its way through our area into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It'll be scattered. There'll be some breaks here in between, but most of the rain is going to be light to moderate, and we're going to see a lot of it. So make sure you have an umbrella handy as you're out there, and please be safe on the roads with all this rain in the way. So it looks like a lot of the rain that we're going to have is going to be around central to northeastern Maine. It's going to be around an inch of rain with looks to be a little less than half an inch near Bangor, and then it starts to taper off around the coast near Bar Harbor, only at 0.10 inches of rain. So a lot of that is all going to be localized around central and northeastern Maine, so make sure you look out for some local flooding in those areas. For the wind speeds right now, Bangor is seeing a north wind around 13 miles per hour. It's still pretty gusty in the southwestern part of the state at Portland, around 20 miles per hour. And then also in Greenville, we see a northwest wind around 18 miles per hour. So winds are still pretty breezy out there, but nothing too serious or anything to worry about. So for tonight, the low is going to reach 49, and we're going to see some scattered showers in the area and those breezy winds from the northwest at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Going into tomorrow, the rain's going to continue, and we may see a high of 55 with that break in between around 10 to 12 p.m., 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and when the winds from the northwest are going to be coming from 5 to 10 miles per hour. So for your extended forecast, we're going to see the rain that's going to continue throughout the week from Wednesday into Saturday. Temperatures will start to kick up a little bit Friday and get into the 60s, and then Sunday, the rain should finally start to taper off, and we'll start to see some warmer weather in the mid-70s. Peter?
All right, so despite the rain, nice to see that slow warm-up throughout the week and a little bit of sunshine at the end of the tunnel. Thanks so much, and we'll have more to come in sports with Tyler Cruz next.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Talk to me, I'll speak to you. Can you listen to the sound?
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
Right now, get 0% APR financing on the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on Fox. A roller coaster of chaos awaits in Sonoma, where Daniel Suarez is primed to repeat. But Elliott, Larson, and Truex look to prove they are still kings of the road course.
Way to go, baby. Way to go. Yeah, baby. Woo!
The Toyota Save Mark 350 from Sonoma, Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Ansley Moore, a realtor since 2013, working throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start on the tennis courts. Tomorrow is the state team finals down in Portland, and Foxcroft Academy is taking both their girls and boys. And as our Ryan Sudol reports, they could walk away with the first 2 state titles in program history.
It's very surreal. I never expected even one chance and one opportunity at this.
But on Wednesday at the State Tennis Championships, Foxcroft Academy will have 2 chances to win. Their boys and girls teams are both B North champions.
I feel good. Our team got to the final, and especially we have boys and girls go to the final together.
All the sports at FA, I feel like tennis is the least popular, so going this far is really great for us.
The boys are a unique case in that all but one of the players debuted this year. Plus, all of them are international students.
They came talented, but I also think they had to come together here at Foxcroft Academy. And I think cohesiveness is the biggest part of this boys team that's helped them come together and produce where we're at right now.
And with a number of the players leaving after this year, it adds more motivation to get it done.
It might be the first and only year I got the final, and we try everything to get the final this year.
On the girls' side, just 2 players returned, and a bunch of them never played tennis before this year. But their connections in other sports has helped them form a cohesive unit.
We're all really close because we've played like every other sport together, so going in we all knew each other. We have a really good connection.
It's quite remarkable. They've just come together at the right time and are playing their best tennis now, so that's all I can say for them.
And if that streak of best tennis continues, who says the Ponies can't win a state championship? Or 2.
Something like very fun, happy for them and for the school. It's very special.
Amazing. It's surreal. Like, I couldn't even imagine, but hopefully.
In Dover Foxcroft, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Wishing them luck down there. Let's move on now. Later in the month, a star-studded list of celebrities and athletes will converge on Falmouth Country Club for the Drive 4 Kids Celebrity Tournament, and a big name was introduced on Tuesday morning. The field now includes Boston Bruins goalie and former University of Maine star Jeremy Swayman, who got to play a quick 9 at Falmouth Tuesday, just a few weeks ahead of the real thing. Swayman is an avid golfer and enjoyed a spectacular season between the pipes in Boston. Jeremy will join former Bruins goalie Tuukka Rask in the tournament. He is looking forward to teeing it up and having some fun, all for a great cause.
Well, I was super excited to get the call and seeing just the first-class organization, people putting it together, Brian reaching out. Couldn't have been more excited to be back up. Supporting such an incredible cause and just being back in the community of Maine, knowing how much it means to me, getting to spend time up in Orono. I feel like the entire state is home to me.
Swayman and the Bruins enjoyed a historical regular season, the best in NHL history to be exact, but fell short of their goal, falling in the first round to the Panthers. Talking to Swayman, he said the Bees coming back with a vengeance next fall.
The goal wasn't achieved, and that's something that's going to stick with me, and I'm sure a lot of my teammates moving forward. Knowing that and the experience that we gained this year, it's an exciting time because we're going to be coming back, twice as strong, and we understand that the core guys we have here are going to be here for a while.
Coming back twice as strong, I'm going to hold him to it. Let's go to some playoff baseball now. Preliminary action beginning this week around the state before the quarterfinals on Wednesday and Thursday. Mount View Mustangs, the 11 seed, they are trying to get past the 6th-ranked Orono Red Riots. Bottom of the first, Saladin Wise on first, gets a great jump on this pitch, and the leadoff hitter is in scoring position. Nice stolen base there. Next batter, Caden Gray, trying to bring him in, but Noah Hurd gets him looking. Great outing on the day from Hurd. We'll have more later on him. Next batter, Ellis Spalding, and he lifts one into left field. Wise with another great jump. Once he realizes this is going to land, he scores on the play. Riots up 1-0, but Hurd would end the jam. He gets Jack Brewer looking on the inside fastball there. 11 Ks for him on the mound today, and Spalding went toe-to-toe with him. Gets out of the second inning here by striking out Bernie Dodge. He Ks 12 Mustangs on the day. Orono wins 1-0. They play Bucksport in the quarters. And for some other scores around our area, George Stevens over Panquist in the softball prelim, that's Class C. Holton over Sumner in the Class C softball prelim as well. In the baseball prelim, Stearns over Lee Academy in Class D, and then Mount Ararat over Brewer in boys lacrosse. That is all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Whether it's enjoying your morning coffee or having friends over, some of the best memories are made outdoors. Enjoy it now and get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the outdoors at Jordan's.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other. featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman. Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Audlin Road, Bangor. Approximately 50,000 kids, like Brooke, receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This new tournament will help all kids receiving care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that pediatric care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the event and how to donate, please visit northernlight.org/4kids.
The world's most famous final furlong comes to Fox. The 2023 Belmont Stakes, June 10th.
An animal sanctuary in Bucksport is helping a herd of farm animals live out the rest of their lives in comfort, but they're asking for a little more help. Coastal Dreams Farm and Sanctuary has rescued 7 horses, 3 dogs, 2 mini pigs, 2 goats, and a flock of birds. Now they're looking for some volunteers to come to the rescue. Currently, the staff on the farm only consists of its founder and director, Alicia Krudaleski, and 3 volunteers, but more are needed to make sure all the animals get the care they need and deserve. Along with the farm volunteers, Krudaleski is looking for foster homes for many of the dogs at the sanctuary so she can make room and save more pups from kill shelters.
There is an opportunity for anybody and everybody. We can find a spot for you here, and we would love for you to join our team.
If you don't have the time to volunteer but want to help, Coastal Dreams is also looking for donations of all kinds. For more information about volunteering or donating, you can message Krudaleski through the Coastal Dreams Farm and Sanctuary Facebook page. And finally tonight, a new art installation could be coming to downtown Bangor. A canopy of multicolored umbrellas known as the Umbrella Project could soon hang over Cross Street in Bangor. The Downtown Bangor Partnership began exploring this type of display created by a Portuguese company 3 years ago. The goal is to bring color as well as foot traffic to a part of the downtown area which is often frequently overlooked.
And so this, is another addition to making the downtown really vibrant and exciting.
Another way that they are looking into beautifying the city of Bangor. All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back here tomorrow night.